All right, you're about to dive into my secret sauce for running a YouTube channel without lifting a finger. Here's the thing, I'm not just talking about scheduling posts and that basic stuff. I'm talking about everything from crafting killer videos, editing them like a pro, even brainstorming content ideas with AI subagents. What most people miss is how deep you can go with automation to actually make your channel run on autopilot. Now, imagine if Claude wasn't just another tool but your virtual team member 24/7. That's what I'm going to show you today, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to unlock that power for yourself. So buckle up, because we're about to turn YouTube automation on its head. All right, folks, I know you've all been hearing about AI automation and how it can change your life, but let me tell you, this isn't just some buzzword or a fancy tech gimmick. It's the real deal, something that could seriously kickstart your business growth if you play your cards right. Here's the thing. I used to spend hours managing my YouTube channel, from scheduling posts to analyzing performance data, and let me tell you, it was exhausting. But then one day, I decided to dive into AI tools like Claude Subagents, and everything changed. Now, why should automation matter to you? Well, imagine if you could free up your time for the stuff that actually makes money, creating content, networking, or just chilling out to recharge your creative batteries. That's exactly what AI does. It takes care of all those repetitive tasks so you can focus on growing your channel without losing your mind in the process. Now here's a secret most people miss. Automation isn't just about saving time. It's also about making better decisions and being more consistent. Let's say you want to grow your YouTube views or subscribers. AI tools like Claude Subagents give you insights that human analysis might overlook, helping you tweak strategies in real time for maximum impact. So how does this fit into daily operations? Simple. Think of it as hiring a super smart personal assistant who never sleeps and always knows the best way to boost your channel. By integrating these AI tools, you're not just automating tasks, you're setting up systems that continuously learn from data, making your YouTube strategy more efficient and effective with every day. All right, now you might be thinking, this sounds great, but how do I actually get started? Well, stick around for the next part of this series where we dive deep into the nuts and bolts of Claude Subagents and other AI tools to supercharge your channel. Trust me, by the end, you'll have a roadmap that takes all the guesswork out of automating your YouTube operations. All right, let's dive into how I use Claude Subagents to automate my entire YouTube channel. Today, we're talking about content creation, specifically script writing and video generation. Now, here's the thing. Most people think AI is just for big corporations with massive budgets, but that couldn't be further from the truth. With a little ingenuity, you can use Claude Subagents to streamline your workflow in ways you never thought possible. So, how does it work? First up, script writing. I start by giving Claude a detailed brief about what I want my video to cover and the tone I'm aiming for. Then comes the magic. Claude spits out a full script faster than you can say AI revolution. And here's the kicker. These scripts are top-notch. They're not just robotic text, but actual engaging content that resonates with viewers. Now, let's talk video generation. After I've got my killer script, I hand it over to another Claude Subagent for the next step. This AI takes the written words and turns them into high-quality videos complete with visuals, animations, and even voiceover if needed. It's like having a personal video editor who works 24/7 without ever needing coffee breaks. But wait, there's more. Quality assurance checks are just as crucial. I use Claude to run through the script and video one last time to make sure everything hits the mark. This AI can catch those pesky typos or awkward phrasing that you might miss in a quick review. And here's what most people miss. By automating these checks, your content not only looks professional, but also goes live faster. Now, I know what you're thinking. How do I get started? Well, the secret is to break down each part of your process into clear instructions for Claude and then let it work its magic. The key takeaway here is that AI isn't just a cool buzzword. It's a game changer when it comes to productivity and quality. So there you have it, how I use Claude Subagents to take my content creation from a tedious chore to an automated breeze. But here's the open loop. While AI can do amazing things, it still needs your guidance and input to shine. So how are you going to integrate these tools into your own workflow? Let me know in the comments below. Alright, y'all, let's talk about something that can seriously give your YouTube channel a boost. Claude Subagents for managing your content with pinpoint precision. Now, here's the thing, I've been running my own channel for years, and when I first started using Claude to handle scheduling and analytics, it was like getting superpowers. So, let's dive into how you can nail down those perfect posting times without having to be glued to your calendar all day. Here's a secret. Most people miss the fact that timing is everything in this game. You want to hit that sweet spot where your audience has their eyeballs glued to their screens, and Claude helps with that by crunching data on viewer activity across different time zones. Here's how I roll it out. I dump all my analytics into a dashboard hooked up to Claude's brain, and voila! It spits out the best times for each of my videos. But here's the kicker. Once you get this info, what most people miss is actually using it consistently. So, take that data, set your automations accordingly, and watch your engagement rates start climbing. Now, let's talk about analyzing viewer engagement. You might think you know how to read those graphs and numbers, but Claude takes it up a notch by predicting future trends based on past behavior. This means you're not just reacting to what's happening now, you're getting ahead of the curve with data-driven insights that tell you where your audience is headed next. But here's where things get really edgy. Adjusting your strategy isn't about blindly following these predictions, it's about making informed choices based on real numbers. So, once Claude gives you those juicy insights, it's your job to decide if they make sense for your channel and audience. Remember, data alone won't do the trick. You need that human touch to make things click. Now, here's an actionable takeaway. Next time you sit down to plan out content or tweak your strategy, run everything through a Claude-powered analytics session first. It's like having a personal analyst whispering in your ear about what works and what doesn't. Trust me, it'll change the game for you. And that's how I've managed to keep my channel humming along without missing a beat. So, are you ready to turn up the volume on your YouTube game with Claude? Because this is where everything starts coming together. Perfect timing, killer engagement, and strategies that actually stick. Trust in the data, trust in yourself, and watch those numbers soar. All right, let's dive into how I'm scaling my operation without adding more team members. This is where Claude Subagents come in. Here's the thing. Automating isn't just about saving time. It's about leveraging your existing resources to their fullest potential. Now, imagine you've got a YouTube channel that's slowly growing but needs that extra push. Well, with Claude, I'm able to take my content creation and management to the next level without breaking a sweat. So, how does this work in practice? Let me walk you through it. First off, expanding your reach isn't just about making more videos, it's about making them count. With subagents like Claude, I can schedule posts across multiple channels simultaneously. No need for manual updates or constant switching between tabs. It's all streamlined and efficient. Now here's where the real magic happens. Handling multiple channels becomes a breeze. You know how it feels when you have so much content to manage that you're overwhelmed? Well, with Claude, I can delegate tasks like social media scheduling, analytics tracking, and even initial video editing to these subagents. It's like having a team of assistants working behind the scenes 24/7. But here's what most people miss. Maintaining quality while scaling up is crucial. You don't want your automation tools to sacrifice the integrity of your content just for speed. That's why I'm careful about setting clear guidelines and monitoring outputs closely. My takeaway for you? Don't automate blindly. Know exactly what needs automating and ensure it aligns with your brand's voice and quality standards. So, how does this translate to your channel? Let's say you've got a growing audience but limited time. By implementing Claude Subagents, you can focus on creating killer content while the bots handle the rest. It's like having that secret knowledge that propels your channel ahead of others who are still doing everything manually. That's it for now, folks. Next up, we'll wrap this all together and see how exactly I close that loop by integrating these subagents seamlessly into my workflow. Stay tuned to find out just how you can take your YouTube game to the next level without even breaking a sweat. So there you have it, folks. Running your YouTube channel on autopilot isn't just a dream. It's doable with Claude Subagents. Here's the thing, automation doesn't replace creativity, but it sure does free up time for more of it. What most people miss is that the real magic happens when you start experimenting and tweaking these systems to fit your unique workflow. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'm dying to hear how y'all plan to supercharge your channels with AI. And don't forget to hit that like button if this blew your mind as much as it did mine. And subscribe for more secrets on mastering the digital realm.